Hey guys, this is Eli Lubbehusen, American Legacy Pro Staff. Just got these Explorer 12s installed on the boat, switching over from Lowrance. We're going to go over a few of the new functions that Humminbird has in these units and how I like to set them up. One of the big reasons I switched over is because of the imaging of Humminbird. Everybody knows their side imaging has been ahead of the game since forever, but they finally are getting caught up with the waypoint management system. It's kind of similar to Lowrance's, so I'm really familiar with it. But they've added, let me make a waypoint here. They've added a bunch of new icons, all kinds of colors, and it's really detailed now. The user interface is completely different for you to be able to just click through them real quick, change the colors. You can set quick defaults. You can do things now like select all of these mass at once. You can draw like this to select them, and then you can do whatever you want with them. You can mass delete them. You can export them to an SD card. You can transfer them to your phone for the One Boat Network app. You can just really do a plethora of things with the waypoints, and I'm really impressed with the whole waypoint management system. Another thing with the waypoint management is when you do mark an icon, you got this favorite screen that pops up right away. And so if you're out on a lake that's got a lot of wood, you're going to be marking a lot of stumps. You can make this to where you can mark the stump, mark the color you've been marking, and it's right there. You don't have to scroll through all of the waypoints they have. Another cool feature on this Explorer that's built right into the unit is the time charts of the sun rising and setting. So us tournament fishermen, we can be on the water 30 minutes before sunrise, and we have to be off the water 30 minutes after. We're always looking on our phones to try and find what time that is. This is built right into the unit depending on where you're at in the country. It sets to that, and it's really accurate, and it's right there on your unit. They added a screenshot button right here to the main menu on the keys. So if you're idling down, you see, you got a really cool image here. All you got to do is hit that camera button, and it's capturing the screenshot instead of holding a couple different buttons to capture that image. So that's another really cool feature. It saves it right to the unit, and you can pull those off, or you can look at them even on the unit. They've really also updated the ability to customize how you want your screen. So you can choose, really easily choose the distance of the screen and how you want it split. I'll go ahead and create one of my favorite views. I like the sonar on the top left, the down imaging in the top right, and the side imaging on the bottom. And like I said, if I wanted this down imaging bigger, I could control really easily how big I want that. I like it even, but it's really easy and really customizable on how you can set up your screen. One of the coolest things about these Explorers is that they all come with a nationwide map card. So this thing has all states, all regions, and all lakes that Humminbird has. So you no longer have to buy the individual region cards. If you buy an Explorer, they come with the lakes already preloaded onto them, all of the favorite Lake Master lakes. So you have access to all over the country just by buying one of these units. It's like probably $1,000, $1,200 in cards that comes with the unit. So that's a super big plus. So I like to run my units. I like the mapping on the left, and I like my side imaging sonar and down imaging on the right. I naturally lean a little bit to the right, so I'm staring at this screen a little bit easier. But I like this screen to be just all full map. I love the detail it gives and how I can really see the contour lines. Humminbird did a really good job again of setting everything up to where it's really easy to do your water level offset, which is huge with Lake Master because you can, whenever the water's up or down, you can just change this and the contours will change right with it. All of the depth shading and everything is right here. Shallow water highlights or depth highlights, you can fully customize the colors of this map. But once again, having this map on a full screen when I'm running in a tournament allows me to be safe, see exactly where I am in good detail, as well as help me if I'm idle in this point here. I can really see where my icon on my boat is and be a lot more accurate. My right unit here, I once again run this sonar on the left, the down imaging on the right, and side imaging on the bottom. The down imaging, you really don't need such a huge part. You could really get away with a small sliver just because of what you're running. I like to have the side imaging the biggest, because that's where I'm really utilizing my side imaging the most, finding brush piles, rocks, schools of bass, and so forth. I still run 2D, because a lot of times on Humminbird, actually the fish and the structure will show up a little bit better on sonar if you have it dialed in pretty well. But side imaging, once again, is my bread and butter, and that's where I do most of my work. So I like to have that taking up most of my screen. So right here, we're idling over some concrete pieces here. And a cool thing with the Explorer, and this has been with Humminbird for a little bit, but it's still an awesome functionality, is this hold your 2 fingers here, and you can see how good the detail is here. We got a little hard spot over here. But you can, now that we made this full screen, it's really easy just to do it, mark your waypoint. I got rock right here, mark it, and then keep on rolling. And but once again, the detail is amazing, and that's one of the reasons I switched over to Humminbird for their side imaging. Really impressed with the image on this unit. Right here, you see this. There's fish on the back side of this concrete. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 of them right there on the back side. Just zoom. You can zoom in 2 or 3 times on this unit and really zoom in and see the detail. So really cool there. Here's some bluegill beds over here on this high spot. You can see detail is just really incredible on these units. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and be sure, if you got any questions on the Explorers or anything fishing, reach out to American Legacy or myself. The information for both of us will be in the bottom of the video in the description. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.